What's up? I'm Empathetic Chicken, and I just wanted to document me working on my deck, just for like future purposes whenever I want to share like the process or whatever. But yeah, I'm currently working on the cover for the box, the title deal, and I have a little inside, I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but I have like designs for like probably the inside of the box, and then I got like a little card back thing I'm trying to do, and then I'm still figuring out like the fronts. Yeah, so that's that. I think it's really funny that the deck is called an alternate reality oracle, seeing as how I've been plunged into this new reality where everything feels uncertain. But it's pretty cool, like a winky dink though. Yeah. It's very like ominous lighting. This is too. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just kind of hanging out. Just wanted to document some stuff. I'm probably gonna like change the angle so I can like actually show you what I've been working on. Let's do that. Alright, so this is like my little working cover. I'm probably gonna like draw out that brain and that heart myself, because that's just kind of like some printouts. And they're actually from, I don't know if anybody's seen this movie, but from like the opening sequence of Reanimator. Because I really love that movie. And I just like the style of it. Like if you watch it, it's like very, I think like green, like, I don't know, like neon-y kind of colors. I just like sciencey looking style. I don't know, if you know the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I just kind of like that as a theme, because like my whole idea, like the concept is sort of like stepping into like a new reality, like creating a new life. Like that movie, friggin' Herbert West is like, new life, and he's all like hyped up. I don't know, you gotta see the movie if you haven't. But yeah, like just kind of like taking what's already around and making something new with it. You know, I mean, we doing dead bodies, but we got thoughts and things. But yeah, these are like, this is kind of like gonna be probably the inside of the box, and this is more so like just like these little sayings that I found, like little quotes and stuff that I collected from different books and magazines and stuff, like kind of like capture the concept. Because I mean, I'm really going for like this idea of how like we kind of are fed like this little program by society and like what everybody else tells us is right. And we sort of just take that as truth, whereas like reality can be more flexible once we realize that I mean, we have the power to decide for ourselves. I mean, we don't always decide what happens, but like our little reaction and our thought process is on us. Like, it's a powerful little tool. And if anybody's into like chaos magic, that's kind of what I like chaos magic, because like the whole idea is like using belief like as a tool and choosing a more empowering view. Or I mean, not necessarily, that's not what they say like in chaos magic, but that's what I say. Like, I think that's the beauty of thoughts and all that, is we can choose them, choose better ones if they're like harmful, like they usually are. Or not usually, but for me. So I'm coming from a very like wounded place here. But yeah, and then this is gonna be like the inside of the box too, I think. And this is like sort of like the realization that like freedom exists within like the choice of our thoughts, and just, yeah, thinking for ourselves, you know. But I don't know. It sounds like it kind of just cheapens it whenever I talk about it, I feel. But I've thought this out a lot, and I feel like the message is pretty clear. Like, once you read all the little things and all that, it looks like a little bit of a jumbled mess, but like, sometimes our thoughts are a jumbled mess, right? I mean, we gotta sort through the ones we want to keep and all. And yeah, so it's all good. I'm not really like, I never really did collage type stuff in the past, but I just really like this because there's actually a book that I found one time when I was with my friend in Atlanta, and we went to this little feminist bookstore, and it was just like, it was by like the Icarus Project. It was like a mental health book. I feel like I should have it, but it's in the car and I'm lazy. I don't feel like getting it. But, oh, sorry. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Now we can talk. Let's talk. Alright, anywho. So there's like this book that I found. It's by the Icarus Project. I don't even think that's still in existence anymore, but like back then, it was like, the book was called Navigating something about madness. Oh my god, I don't remember. But anyway, it was like that kind of like collage-y like style with like drawings and all, and I was really inspired by that book because it like had a lot of stuff that like I related to. So I'm inspired, like it's inspired by that kind of style, and then like just the whole collage format sort of like matches the concept that I'm going for with like the curating our thoughts, you know, like picking and choosing different little aspects. And then that's also like a little nod to like chaos magic, because like pretty much the basis of that is like you just pick and choose whatever little belief system you want to use, like whatever serves you at the time, like not necessarily like as a, I'm gonna mess this word up, I don't know why I can't say it, dogma. Did I say it right? Dogma? Yeah. So it's more so like just you being in control of like what works for you, like at the time. Like you ain't gotta be committed to nothing that's not good for you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not like hardcore like chaos magician or anything, but like I really appreciate like the ideas behind it. And I mean, I read a little bit on it. But I like that approach, like just that like postmodern approach of just picking things, like questioning things, and sort of like using our heads to our benefit instead of like to tear ourselves down like a lot of people do, like me. It's been a real issue. So like it's also like this deck is also inspired by my own little journey of learning to like decondition my thoughts and like change them into more like empowering thoughts about myself. And yeah, like it's still got like the little aspect of my therapy training in it, because that was a big part of like what I learned, just kind of like helping people to sort of recognize, like I guess it'd probably be narrative therapy is what I'm taking influence from too, because like that's a whole thing about like how we tell the stories that we tell, and how like there's dominant narratives in society, and those kind of like shape the stories that we tell ourselves, and how we make sense of our lives and our expectations of ourselves and other people and all that. So like it's all like this little web of like all of my little experiences. Yeah, where yeah, a culmination of where I've been and where I'm going. And I ain't gonna lie, like I feel like in this whole process I'm sort of like being a phony because it's hard for me to believe that it's that simple. Like what I'm like, the message behind the deck is like we choose to create our own realities, like, and that's not saying like we control everything and what happens, you know what I'm saying, like stuff that's beyond our control happens, but a lot of it is like shaped like with how we respond to it. Like that's not a new thing. I'm just saying, like sometimes it's really hard to remember that and like believe that, you know, we have so much power And it's like, it's just weird to like be working on something with a message that you don't even fully like grasp yet. Which I can't tell you why I'm doing this. Like, it's just what I feel, you know? I feel the call. So I'm answering the phone, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I ain't all the way there yet either, which is okay with me, because like, that's one thing like big about me, is I'm just like, I want to be real with where I'm at, and just like, I don't want to have this little facade of being perfect, or like this freaking spiritual teacher of like, I don't have problems, I know everything. And like, just because I'm making like a tool for like healing and stuff, that doesn't mean that I'm like an expert. Like, I don't like the expert role. I don't want to be an expert. I just want to be another human, a fellow being, like, you know, just doing my little work over here and trying to help like other people with like the tools that I've gained. That's what I want to do. But I'm just saying, like, it is weird to be like overcoming like some doubts and stuff while also creating something that's meant to like combat the doubt. You know what I mean? Because that's like big lessons I'm learning right now, is like trust and patience. Like, I can't explain all the details of it because it's been like a long ride and like a lot of junk. Like, but there's definitely, there's something to this. So I just felt like I needed to make this. And I don't even think I had the car. Like, I feel like I started recording little process videos, but I'm probably never going to post that because I don't know, I wasn't really with it then. Like, I wasn't feeling it. But yeah, the cars, I mean, they're going to be like pretty simple little sayings. I don't know who all follows me on my Instagram, but like, I do this thing, like I started years ago, where like I would post tarot cards with like a little sticky note and a saying. Because it would just be like little sayings would come to me, and I would just need to like write them down, and I would use them for like affirmations. And so I'm kind of just like using that whole format, like all my little accumulated sticky notes, and then like along this process, like I have been writing new ones. I have so many now, it's gonna be a big deck. But like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna leave it like this because like it just looks too plain, and I don't know, it just needs something. So I'm probably gonna go for more like this, like kind of matching my if you've seen my YouTube logo, which you probably have if you're watching this video when I upload it. But yeah, I want to keep to this little like torn, little piecing together style. Probably do that for like around each little messages, you know. And then maybe have like a background. This might be my little background. I just like this little, I like this metallic-y paint. I don't think it's gonna show up, like it's not gonna translate probably on the actual cards, but I still like looking at it like in the light. For you. So that's that. Like, I just felt like for the cards this time, I didn't really want to spend too much time on like illustrating, because like this is more of a thought based deck, I guess. Like, words, I don't know, I'm just focusing in on the words this time, because I don't know why, I just feel like it just needs to be more like simplified, even though like I know that like images like kind of, let's say images like permeate the subconscious more than words or like symbols do anyway. But whatever, words are symbols too, it's fine. I just feel this is the format, so I'm going with it. Like, it don't have to be nothing elaborate. I've just already told myself. And I don't even have a guidebook either, because like I think that fits with like the message too. It's just like people getting to like put their own meaning to things and not rely so much on like being told what to believe, because like, I mean, it's good to have help and like guidance and all that, but like in the end we gotta make our own decisions, you know, and we don't have to like rely on someone else to like give us all the answers. Like, I don't like the whole, I mean, if y'all seen my little therapy video from like way back when, you know how I feel about like giving away all the power to other people and thinking that they know better than us when we're us, you know? So that sounds kind of hypocritical. Buy my deck and I'm giving you guidance when you should trust yourself. But like, you don't have to buy it. And just know the message behind it is like for you to decide for yourself. Like, it's just an option. So that's like what I'm going for, like with my decks, is like just tools like to potentially help, like not necessarily like the solution. I don't claim to know things. Like I'm always be a student, beginner, or whatever that thing is they say. But I do think it's important to have like different voices and like just little options and tools along the way for different people at different stages. So like, yeah, that's why I'm making this thing, just in case somebody else could use it. And yeah, you just never know who needs what you're making. So like, if you have something you want to make, just make the junk, make it. You never know, I might need it. Let's see, what else was I gonna say? I don't know, I feel like I've already said this, but like, I remember I was talking to my friend about this, like all the different like programs that we like, or like the external influences that we get to agree to or disagree with. And I remember he was saying like he doesn't want to like put anything into his awareness or whatever, or like you don't want to be influenced by any external factors or whatever. But I was like, well, I'm kind of making this deck with the intention of it being like an alternative influence to like the mainstream like reality. Like, I don't know, I think it's good not to be influenced, but like you gotta be where you're at, and sometimes you need a little like replacement, you know, until you can get to the point where like you don't need anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's even relevant. I don't know if I explained that well, but I don't know. I don't ever want to like tell people how to live or what to do, but I just want them to like claim the power they have to do that for themselves. Does that make sense? It's still kind of telling them what to do, but like not really. I like tell them what to do for themselves. I don't know. I'm just going around in circles, so I'm gonna stop. But yeah, that's just some thoughts on this whole deck. I feel like once I actually like write about it, because I think I'm gonna, instead of doing a guidebook, I'm just gonna add like some little cards like some decks do, like where they write out stuff. And then like just a couple cards of like instructions or like a little story. I think I'm just gonna do it in like card form this time. That way I don't have to have like a whole book, because some of these, I mean, I feel like the messages are gonna be pretty like straightforward. I don't think you need like a whole interpretation. Because they're basically like affirmations. Like that's what I intend on them being. It's just like, okay, here's a message. Like this is something that maybe I could focus on this week, or like, you know, just little messages. It's not like in depth, like, you know. I feel like people can handle that. They don't need like a long drawn out thing. But I forgot where I was going with it. I don't know. I was just saying. Oh, when I actually, I'm gonna add a little area in the like a little card like with a little story like concept behind the concept. I feel like when I actually write that out, it'll make more sense than when I talk about it, because I'm not the best at expressing my ideas. Like I feel like writing is more like better, like more fluent way for me to communicate my ideas. So yeah. Anywho, that's just a little inside look at what I'm doing, where I'm at. I'm pretty close. I just have to ink a few more cards, redo some of them, and then scan them all in and get like these scanned in and start playing with like the designs and the formatting, which I don't know. The only thing I'm worried about is these are like pretty small. like the words and stuff. So I'm like, is that really gonna translate well into the small little box that I got going? But we're gonna make it work and figure it out. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Just wanted to document this. Hopefully that was interesting. And I'll be back with more updates later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.